Jumping on court now for another men's elite game here in the elite side of the program for round 2 of the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour. We've got Kiahl, Morley and Radim Mokrohajsky taking on Tommy Heijs and Declan Tiso. Thomas and Declan, a New Zealand pairing with Queensland. And they were a wildcard entry. They won the Queensland Open, but they did, however, go down yesterday to Kiahl from Matabella. The number 11 seeds. And the number 14 seeds, Radim and Kiahl, came through the qualifiers and yesterday afternoon lost narrowly to Isaac and Mark, Karaher and Nikolides respectively, 13-15 in the third set. So super, super tight. There's Tiso with the first serve. Oh, I thought he might have just got that, but not quite. No go for Tiso first up. Kiahl Morley. Fiery little athletic pocket rocket he is. Much like his dog that is always running around the court side and hills side of our beaches around Australia. Cracking little kelpie. And that 2-ball play from Tom and Declan. I'd like to say the guys in blue, but they're all wearing blue today in this game. So with the serve and the backwards hat and blocking, but retreating, is Tom Heijs. And his partner playing right side in the blue hat, which is facing forwards, is Declan Tiso. He's the Queenslander. Currently with the serve, it is Radim. He's the white hat. And Kiahl, his shorter partner, in the black hat. So now we all know what's going on and who's who in the zoo. Let's get on with it. Got that one back over. Nice work. Short on 2. Little backhanded mid-air pancake. He gets it up. Both teams still in the point. Chance to win it. And he's only gone and done it. Radim. Nicely done from the number 14 seeds, Radim and Kiahl, a New South Wales and Queensland pairing. Ooh, big wild serve goes long. Got ourselves a 3 points all scoreline. And it's going to be Tom Heijs. Nice serve. Such a still ball. No rotation on it. That ball goes rolling over the top of the block. High fives all around as we change ends. 4 serving 3. Wow, big Tommy Heijs goes Heijs baby down the line. Declan Tiso sends a bomb, dealt with nicely from Radim, but he just goes too wide. A little too excitable. Sun starting to come through now as the clouds burn off. You heard the call, line, line, line. He's got it up. The third touch, that one had to be over from Tom, but not a chance. We're all tied up, 5-all. And that is going to bring Kiahl Morley to send up Skyball. Kiahl Morley, more like it. Oh, just out of reach. So the Skyball dealt with, went high, went long. Actually, it went short. And the attacker dealt with it accordingly. Tough serve, just floating quite high on the passer's arm. That ball getting down into the sand. I think there might have just been a little assistance with the up from the earth. Therefore, ball was down. Nice set, great swing. Nicely done from the pairing that took out the Queensland Open. Oh, he did all the hard work to get the ball up and himself up out of the sand, but couldn't quite get that ball back over as we change ends. 8-6. Biggest lead of the match. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough one out here as the sun starts to really burn through those clouds and heat things up here on centre court as we approach. We're just after 11:30 in the morning here on Saturday the 19th of Feb. The ball goes long. No net touch. No touch from the block either. Nine points. Serving 6. Declan Tiso with the honours at the baseline. Sends a little floater. Stays on the ground. We've seen some jump floats today from everybody, but Declan staying on the ground. Maybe conserving energy if he's going to get up and out of the sand like that all the time. Good idea. Great turn back down the line to the right. They hit double figures first. 10-6. Timeout called by Morley and Mokrohajsky. We're going to go to a quick break here at Mollymook. Shoalhaven Shire, unspoiled indeed. We are very honoured to be able to set up our courts here down beachside at Mollymook. And we are courtside here at court number 1 for the men's elite game against the number 11 seeds Tommy Heijs and Declan Tiso, the Queensland Open winners. And a wild card entry into the tournament today or this weekend, taking on the number 14 seeds of Radim Mokrohajsky and Kiahl Morley.
Just in the corner, Carl. Right in the corner.
Kiahl Morley. Top spin jump serve. Comes high over the net, but drops in with that wrist snap. Nicely done. Speaking of wrist snap, he's done it again. Both teams essentially on the scramble with a hammer being brought from Tiso. A well-oiled machine, Declan Tiso. Nicely done, big fella. Great serve from the Kiwi. Then he's at the net on top with a left hand. He can do it all. Heijs, baby. He's got an ace. Ripping serve. Splits the difference and drops inside the front of the court. Ripper. Absolute ripper. And they've just got themselves a little bit more breathing room. 13-7 here in the first set. Men's elite side of the draw. Men's challenger side coming up next. Kicking goals, Kiahl Morley. Through the middle of the hands of the block, or middle of the arms. Finds the back of the court and will go into a timeout of the technical variety.
Pete, you just move that towel.
That Scape student accommodation looks awesome. Makes me want to go back and study just so I can stay there. Double point deficit, 14 serving. My apologies. It is 8 serving 13 as we went to that tech timeout. And that one goes in. Nicely done. 14 for the Queensland Open winners, the number 11 seeds. It's going to be a tight affair. These guys are obviously fairly well matched and fairly familiar with each other as well. A couple of the boys out there being from Queensland, but on opposing sides. And it's Morley into the net. One of the Queenslanders, and Tiso with the serve, the other Queenslander. No. Tight block. Thrown down. Back into Kiahl Morley's face. He hangs. He bangs. Line was open, but he put the too long. Has a little bit of a giggle because he knew it was open and ready to rock, but could not get the job done. Nice set, goes wide. It was probably put Tommy Heijs under the pump a little bit more than he wanted, but Heijs was up to the challenge of adjusting. He went the line shot with his left hand, but the set was so wide that it meant that the defender and the blocker on the opposite side were totally wrong-footed. So possibly a setting error brought about the winner. That's tight, that's short. It's all kinds of wrong for that set. It was gutsy. I'll give him that. But that lead has raced out to 9 now. Nice serve across the arms of the left side. Oh, bang! Speaking of left side, that was just cannon into his right ribs. Huge swing. We change ends. It's still an 8-point deficit that boys currently serving have got to make up. And that is not going to help. 19-10. Declan Tiso with the serve. Staying on the ground again, just popping that one up, seeing if the atmospheric conditions can work to his advantage. But it was actually the snap on the 2-ball into the wind that got that ball to drop inside the sideline that was the atmospheric advantage. Going the way of Morley and Radim. Radim and Kiahl. Kiahl with the serve, jump serve, using the end and the wind to his advantage. There's that hammer. What a great pass. And a huge swing again from Tiso. Like a finely made Swiss watch. Great hands from Tiso. Set point. Gets one touch, gets two touch, left-hand touch, goes wide. That could have been a very spectacular finish to a good set of volleyball, but we're going to have to roll the dice again. They've got the chance. Only a lazy 8 more times to get it done. And that'll be job done. Set number 1, 21-12. A palindrome of a scoreline going the way of Heijs and Tiso. Second set action coming at you in a sec. Second set action brought to you by Hancock Prospecting and, of course, the AIS. They have a huge contingent of magnificent athletes here at the second round of the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour. Also thanking Macassar and Volleyball Australia for all their assistance and supplying of balls and equipment and staff and referees and court hands and ball boys and girls and physios and everything. It's all hands on deck at the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour. And that was a climb and a half. Got up, just went bang. Tom Heijs getting up there. First points on the board for them. They lead 1-0. It's 1-1. Oh, right back at you, Radim. What a touch. Retrieval on the knuckles and a handling error called on this set, which I can't necessarily agree with, only because it was so spectacular. I would have let it go. But hey, that's why I'm not a first referee. That's one of many reasons, as I'm being formally told by our informal guru, Nam. Many of you all know Nam out there, and I apologise for that. You unlucky few. Great swing on the jump serve, but dealt with nicely. Mid-air pancake, bodies everywhere. It's a massacre. What a cracking point to give us our first change of ends here in the second set. 5 points to 2 lead Kiahl and Radim. Kiahl, the former here with the serve. Wind's just changed around again. It's started to blow a little from the water. It's bringing in a little bit of a spray and a nice salty smell. Everybody's blocking, everybody's knuckles. And that one goes wide of the side somehow. That wind has changed. It started to come again from the water coming up onto the bank, so you'll see the flags to the side and the back of the court there just changed their direction ever so slightly, and it means it's just started to swirl a little and probably change the dynamic of the game just a touch as that one goes over and in. Nice scramble once again from everybody out there. There's plenty of scramble out here today. You might be able to hear in the effects mic, the waves have only just started to come in today. It's been quite flat for the entirety of the morning, much to the delight of the surfers ready to hang 10 out there. Chuckers, Brad. Oh, wow. No net touch. That was seemingly two jousts in one. Tom won the first one, but it was still alive and being pushed by Radim, and Radim won the second one, and on the second one counted because went over and in. Simple as you like. 7 serving 4. Float serve, goes deep, catches the passer high on the chest. Tomahawk to keep him alive, and an inside-out roll, back on the blocker, defender absolutely nowhere, and a double-point deficit, 8-4. Climbs high, swings with the left hand off-putting somewhat, but maybe just to the blocker who couldn't quite get there. And it opened up another angle. We saw it in the first set where the slight misapproach or maybe a drifting set just opened up a different angle with another hand, and the opposition couldn't do anything about it. Oh, he tees off. Kyle Morley with a running 1-foot spike approach. Tees off, aiming for Ulladulla, which is about 3.5 k's south of here. Honed in, got the blocker to get right over the top on the roof, and he wiped it nicely. What's he got for the serve? I reckon he's shaping up for a sky ball. But I have been known to be wrong. And I'm wrong. Nice float serve, though, down the line. Turns it down the line. Well read. Can he get the next? No, he can't. Kiahl seemingly everywhere there. But where Kiahl was, Tommy Heijs was everywhere to meet him. Tommy back with the serve. Originally a Kiwi. Got himself a great partner in Declan Tiso, but Tiso couldn't quite control that defense. And it's going to be Radim Mokrohajsky. Mocky, as he's not only affectionately known, but also more accurately known, because I'm tipping some people, myself included, might get his last name wrong. So Mocky with the serve. Sneaks his way through his block. Tom Heijs. Nice. 7-10. Great get by both defenders. Once again at the net. Tommy Heijs. Too high, too strong. We call him a Kiwi, but he's not quite the flightless bird that he's named after, but nicely done from the big fella. Eleven 8. Kiahl Morley's got it. He's giving him a yeah, bro. And he's ready to go. Chest for a pass. Turns it line with his body, but it goes back on the cross with a roll with his wrist. Nicely done by Big Tom. Double fist pump to keep the ball alive with a diving backward set. Mokrohajsky not quite able to do what he wanted with that ball, and they've given another point back as we go to a technical timeout.
The one when no one's looking.
The athletes come back out. We'll give a quick shout out to the Shoalhaven City Council. We appreciate their support for the second leg of the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour. We take over Mollymook Beach, a beautiful backdrop for the second stop of the tour. Unbelievable scenes here midway through day 2. Athletes back out in centre court, and epic battle continues. Rolls on, 10 points to 11.
Tight one here in the second. Back in action now. 10 serving 11. That ball tags the baseline and gets himself another point back out to a 2-point buffer. Bump set, good approach. Approach down the line, and as he crouched down to head into the spike action, he just dropped his head a little and had a look at where the defender was going. He committed. He saw him, so he just went back to the vacant court, easy as you like. Didn't have to go too fine of an angle. Just found the sand nice and easy. With that winner, though, sent one straight in the middle of the net, so that's probably not ideal. And still a 2-point buffer. Jump serve. Great swing. Huge defense. Back on it. 2-ball knuckles. Goes wide. They had him on the ropes. Let it slip, and they're back out to 3 points now. This could be the deciding factor, or at least the deciding sort of part of the set to send this one to 3. Oh, and wouldn't you know it, the commentator's curse rears its ugly little head. Tom and Declan working hard out there, number 11 seeds, sucking in the big 0-2. Declan on defense. Thomas, he's going to have a block. Follows in his serve. Reaches. Catch. And a layup for Mocky, but wrong sport. Back to a 1-point ball game. 14-13. 13 serving 14, I should say. Little jump float from Tom. Just clears the net. Sharp serve. Great approach. No block. Kiahl's put him under the pump. Roll shot. Tom follows it back in. Mocky with a hard, heavy swing. Change of ends with a nice 2-point buffer. Going the way of the number 14 seed. Float serve down the line. Touch on the block from Mocky. One-handed defense on retreat from Declan. Retreating double-handed blocker now. Overpass and an over commitment to the ball on spike. Oh, he had the open court. He might have just taken a little bit of the speed out of his arm, but didn't change the signal to his fingertips and just sent it long. Very unfortunate handling error. And once again, we find ourselves at that 2-point buffer in a very, very crucial part of the set. That's the connection he wanted last time. They're all still in the point. Tight set, tight call, 2 contacts. I disagreed with Grimsey earlier, and I totally agree with him now. Well done to you, my man. We're going to go into a timeout being called by Tom and Declan. They trail 13-17, but they do lead 1-0.
Looking to level things up, force it to a third set. Our first potential free setter here on center court. Thanks for being here once more, Mollymook Beach. We love your attendance. We love your support. It's fantastic to be here. Yes, you can. Get the haircut. Yeah, we should, mate. It's fantastic. Okay. We're going to be our first back out on court. 4-point ball game. The hustle from the south in the center. Mokrohajsky to the serve.
Back in action, and Mocky's got the serve. Down that same line. It's clearly an advantage that they're trying to exploit. Both teams at both ends, that is. Oh, and there's the contact he wanted. Not only the contact with his own hand on the spike, but also the contact at the top of the block. It's very sharp work straight out of the timeout from Tom and Declan. They're at the far end, just in case you're forgetting. They'll obviously change ends in just a moment again. Top spin. Goes for it and gets it. What a ripping serve. It's the first one we've seen basically today.
One in front of you, Ben.
Certainly from Declan.
Thanks, mate. Went over the top.
What's he got for us? Can he rinse and repeat? Always love a good opposing hand ball toss. And jump serve to follow. Great swing from Kiahl.
Ball behind you guys. Line, angle, angle.
Oh, he's got the great pass. Tommy goes on 2. 3 points the difference. Change of ends. Possible change of luck for one of these teams. Is it Tom and Declan trailing to catch up and take it out in straight sets? Or is it Mocky and Kiahl to continue on their merry way and send it to a third? Great swing. I thought Tommy was going to get him then. Huge reach, huge block, but I think he just had to drop that right arm in a little lower to take out that cross-court angle. Could have been Rooftown population Kiahl, but it wasn't. And we've got ourselves set point. Short serve. Bump set, retreating blocker. Too much. Oh, he's just tagged the line. Nicely done. Declan. Great roll. Had both defenders retreating on back foot. 1 set point saved. Can he get 3 more? Let's start with 1 at least. Good jump serve. He's done it again. I said it before, I'll say it again. I'm loving the approach. Everything about this jump serve. Left-handed ball toss, right-handed contact. Love that switch up. What's he got? He's done it again. A little bit of an easier serve to handle this time. Short on the roll. Good hand set, but not good enough. According to Grimsey, that's 2 touches, and that's the second set done. 1-1, we're going to a third. Be at 2 p.m. for the women and 3 p.m. for the men's gold matches. Get your nominations in. They close on Monday. That's for Manly from the 1st to the 6th for a little bit of a volley fest style action up in God's country in Manly, Northern Beaches. Here we're in South Beach, Southern Beaches, rather, at Mollymook. What a beautiful spot. Got ourselves the start of the third set, and that ball going out off the block. I'm not totally convinced that ball went over the net, but Grimsy's in a much better position than I, and he's a lot better trained than I. So, first blood to Kyle Morley, and it's him with the serve. Little jump float. He's put the sky ball away. Great shoot. Straight to the corner. Nice set to the stick, but he's found himself on the floor for some reason. And he just got a little too cute. A little too tight to the net. 1-1. Oh, and that one's just used as much of the net as it possibly could. I don't even think half the ball went over the net, but it somehow snapped itself back, rolled over, and went into the sand in front of the defender. Lucky, unlucky, I'll let you decide. 2 serving 1. Nice little float that wobbled around. I got a good angle here, and that's a great angle from Declan. Whew. Oh, and he's ripped that on the retreating blocker. And Tommy couldn't quite get his hands out of the way quick enough. I don't think it would have helped anyway. It looked like it was going in. And we got a change of ends, 3-2. Kiahl with the action. Looks like he's going to go a little jump float again to split the middle. He's got the call from his blocker. He's had a look. He hasn't necessarily split the middle, but he certainly owes us a lot of beer. I think we'll just move on swiftly from that one. Nice little corkscrew serve. Gets the set out of the way, and we've got ourselves a one-handed block. What a monster. Tommy Heijs. Good reach from Tommy, but he's just been outplayed by a perfectly weighted roll shot from Kyle Morley. Just telling his partner to relax. Good calm head out there. He's often rolling around the sidelines later in the tournaments with his dog. Oh, that's a big swing, open line, and somehow missed it. He's gone up, over and inside, and he's not quite convinced that he didn't hit some of it, and we're not really going to have a look. Please take your position. Says Grimsy, our first referee. Jeez, it was a big hit, though. Oh, he was almost had that same shot open, but might have been a little apprehensive of getting it. But ball on a string, Declan Tiso puts that one over the defender into the back corner nicely. And we'll change ends at 5-5. Both teams going the distance. They're very well matched, not only in stature and skills and athleticism, but also obviously in the seeding. Number 11 seeds here with the serve, taking on the 14th seeds. 2-ball, shut out. Biggest block of the day. What a time to do it to take the lead in the third. Probably hearing the effects mic. Declan saying, let's go, Tom. Calling on his partner to get another big bloody block. He's got the touch. He's got the reach. Now he's got the chance to go across, and he does. Double defense over there. And that one comes over. Good control on defense. A little too tight, but he wins the joust. Declan Tiso. What a set of hands. That's going to take them 2 points up as we go to a called timeout from our number 14 seeds, with the number 11 seeds leading 7-5 here in the third.
Before we kick things off for Super Sunday, 8 a.m. semi-finals, 10 a.m. first medal matches. Be here courtside. The winners are champion of the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour for the second round.
Teams come back after that timeout called by Mocky and Kiahl. Taking on Tommy and Declan. A New South Wales and Queensland pairing in the number 14 seeds, Radim and Kiahl, taking on Thomas and Declan, a New Zealand and Queensland teaming. The number 11 seeds and also the Queensland Open winners. It's Declan with the serve. Good swing, very easily dealt with on defense. He's got a short shot. Kiahl's got it. Kyle's got it. Kyle's got it again. What a winner. Oh, and that one looked far too big. Still a 2-point lead. Tommy Heijs with it. He's got the serve. He'll follow it in for the block. Don't forget, all you need is 2-point lead. First to 15, you'll win it. Oh, I reckon just the slightest of miscommunications or hesitations there. Change ends with 1 point deficit. It's going to be Mocky with it. Big swing, great defense, puts it in the deep corner. Second chance, got to go over. He's got a good little spot there. 2-ball, finds the corner. Might have just been slightly napping or getting the excitement of the hard-hitting, hard defensive point. But it was a cool airhead that found the open court on 2. Nicely done. Back to 2 points. Jump serve, swings down through the middle. Great swing. Touch on block. Has he just gone over the top? He has. What a great shot. I don't know whether it was nous, experience, vision, or just pure guile to get that ball up and over while you were coming down off the block to then attack again. I don't know. You'll have to tell me out there, YouTube land, because you'll be able to watch it on replay. 10-7. Jump serve. In. Mocky with the chance now. Goes on the reverse shot with the knuckles. Opposite sides of the defender. Nice reversal. Easy done. Back to 2 points. Kiahl sends it deep again, making up for that long fault he put on that next shot, or that previous shot, I should say, rather. And a nice little shot back over the blocker. Keeps the Dogs at bay. 3-point lead, 11-8. Oh, wow. Kyle Morley drops a knee to pass the serve and then drops the hammer to hit the winner. And we will change ends again. Still 2 points, the lead to Heijs and Tiso as they come to the broadcast end and will have their backs to us. 9-11. Which team is going to be triggered into action? High roll. They've done it again. They've got their set right. I'm pretty sure with Declan and Tom. They're passing okay, but their setting is on point at the moment, and it's winning them a lot of points. It gives the attacker a chance to approach the way they wish, and then put it on their hand and put it wherever the hell they want. Oh, and speaking of which, Mocky's gone perfectly over the block and just in front of the defender. That is centimetre perfect. Oh, what a serve. Finally, the conditions come into it on a serve from Kyle Morley. Got ourselves a 1-point ball game. This is the end. This is the role that Morley and Mocky have to utilise. He's read it well. Oh, the set has come out clean, but held a little too long. Did drop a little low, and especially when you're going with that back set, it just sort of emphasises how long you can hold on to it. If he was turning facing the other way or went with the forward set, if Kiahl ran on the opposite side of the attack, but to no avail. And it's a 2-point buffer again. Heijs gets up, read the line defense, did Declan, and just dominates it. 14-11. We got ourselves a match point. End change. 14-11. Heijs and Tiso with not only the serve, but seemingly the good end. And 3 match points. Gets up out of the sand. Kiahl gets it short, saves one, claps himself and dusts himself off to go again. All right, what's Mocky got in store for us? Can he save another match point? Talking tactics, keeping calm heads. Jump float goes long of the baseline. That's the game, 15-12. Congratulations to the number 11 seeds, Tom Heijs and Declan Tiso. Wildcard entry into this and got themselves a tight 3-set win on the men's elite here at Mollymook for round 2 of the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour. Congratulations